Introduction. Have you ever caught yourself on autopilot, going through the motions of life, only to stop and wonder, who am I, really? Maybe it was during a quiet moment, or perhaps in the aftermath of a heated argument, when you started questioning not just your actions, but the thoughts and emotions driving them. This pivotal moment, this pause to truly reflect, is the essence of self-awareness. It's the ability to see yourself clearly, to understand your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors as they truly are, and to grasp how they affect both you and the world around you. But here's the thing, while self-awareness might sound like a simple concept, it's one of the most profound tools for personal growth and transformation. And for many, it remains an elusive goal. So, why does self-awareness matter? Think about this: every decision you make, every word you speak, every relationship you nurture is rooted in how well you understand yourself. Without self-awareness, we stumble blindly through life, reacting instead of reflecting, assuming instead of understanding, and regretting instead of growing. But when you cultivate self-awareness, you step into a world of clarity. You recognize the patterns that shape your life, both the ones that uplift you and those that hold you back. You begin to see how your emotions influence your decisions and how your values shape your priorities. You start to realize that true control comes not from trying to master the external world but from mastering your inner one. Take a moment to consider this: the average person spends 46.9% of their day lost in thought, according to a Harvard study. That's nearly half our lives spent in a mental fog, unaware of the present moment. Yet, it's in this awareness, this ability to live in the now, that we unlock the door to our potential. Self-awareness is not just about knowing what you want, it's about understanding why you want it. It's about identifying the beliefs and experiences that have shaped you and deciding whether they still serve you. Let's break it down further. Self-awareness exists in two dimensions: internal and external. Internal self-awareness is about knowing your values, passions, aspirations, and how your emotions influence your behavior. It's the kind of awareness that helps you understand why you feel a pang of jealousy when a colleague is praised, or why you shy away from taking risks, even when you crave change. On the other hand, external self-awareness is about understanding how others perceive you. It's the realization that your words and actions ripple outward, influencing how people respond to you and what they think of you. The magic happens when these two dimensions of self-awareness align, creating a harmonious understanding of both yourself and your impact on the world. But here's the catch: most of us aren't as self-aware as we think. Studies suggest that while 95% of people believe they are self-aware, only about 10 to 15% truly are. This self-awareness gap can lead to misaligned goals, strained relationships, and a sense of dissatisfaction that we can't quite put into words. But the good news? Self-awareness isn't a fixed trait. It's a skill, a muscle that you can strengthen with intention and practice. Imagine the possibilities. Picture a life where you understand your triggers and respond instead of react. A life where you are not shackled by limiting beliefs or paralyzed by fear of judgment. A life where your decisions align with your values, and your actions reflect your true self. This is the power of self-awareness. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about accepting yourself as you are while striving for who you can become. Let's look at a story to bring this to life. Consider the journey of Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She often shares how her self-awareness transformed her career and personal life. Early in her journey, she realized that fear of failure was holding her back. Instead of denying it, she acknowledged her fear and used it as fuel, turning it into one of her greatest strengths. By becoming deeply attuned to her emotions and thought patterns, she navigated challenges with clarity and resilience. Her story is a testament to how self-awareness can not only guide us through life's challenges but also propel us toward success. But self-awareness isn't just for entrepreneurs or leaders. It's for anyone who wants to live a more intentional, fulfilling life. Whether you're a student trying to choose a career path, a parent striving to be more present with your children, or someone simply trying to find balance in a chaotic world, self-awareness is the foundation for growth. It's the lens through which we see ourselves clearly, stripping away the filters of bias and judgment, and opening ourselves up to new possibilities. Now, you might be wondering, how do I begin? That's what this journey is all about. Over the next hour, we'll dive deep into the concept of self-awareness. We'll explore its meaning, why it's so vital, and how to cultivate it in your daily life. You'll learn practical tools like journaling, mindfulness, and feedback seeking to enhance your internal awareness, as well as strategies to build external awareness by understanding how others perceive you. Along the way, we'll share stories, science-backed insights, and actionable steps that you can implement immediately. Remember, self-awareness isn't about achieving perfection or figuring everything out overnight. It's a journey, a lifelong practice of peeling back the layers to uncover your true self. And it's a practice that rewards you with clarity, confidence, and a sense of peace that no external achievement can provide. So, as we embark on this journey together, I invite you to set aside any distractions and tune in fully. Give yourself permission to be curious, open, and honest with yourself. By the end of this video, you won't just understand what self-awareness is, you'll feel empowered to cultivate it in your own life. Because here's the truth, the key to mastering your life starts with mastering yourself. And it all begins with self-awareness. Ready to take the first step? Let's dive in. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is one of those terms that's easy to grasp in theory but can feel elusive in practice. At its core, self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively, to understand your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors as they truly are, not just how you want them to be. But it's more than just introspection, it's a skill that bridges how you perceive yourself and how the world perceives you. To truly understand self-awareness, let's explore its two dimensions, internal and external. Internal self-awareness is all about self-reflection, knowing your values, passions, and aspirations. It's about recognizing how your emotions influence your actions and identifying patterns in your behavior. For instance, have you ever noticed that a small critique from someone can leave you feeling deflated for hours? Internal self-awareness is the ability to dig deeper and ask, why does this affect me so much? What underlying fear or belief is being triggered here? On the other hand, external self-awareness is about understanding how others see you. This doesn't mean obsessing over what people think, but rather being attuned to how your words and actions influence their perceptions. For example, you might think of yourself as a great communicator, but if others constantly misunderstand your intentions, there's a gap in external awareness. Striking a balance between these two dimensions is the key to holistic self-awareness. But what does self-awareness really look like in action? Let's consider an example. Imagine two employees at the same company. Both face constant feedback from their boss. The first employee dismisses criticism as unfair, blaming the boss for being overly harsh. The second employee, however, takes the feedback to heart, reflecting on how they can improve. This difference boils down to self-awareness. The first employee lacks it, clinging to their ego, while the second uses self-awareness to grow and adapt. Historically, the concept of self-awareness has fascinated thinkers and psychologists for centuries. Ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates emphasized the importance of self-knowledge, famously declaring, "Know thyself." In modern psychology, self-awareness forms the foundation of emotional intelligence, a concept popularized by psychologist Daniel Goleman. Emotional intelligence encompasses skills like empathy, self-regulation, and social skills, all of which hinge on self-awareness. Without it, it's nearly impossible to navigate life with emotional intelligence. Now, let's talk about the practical implications. Self-awareness allows us to identify our strengths and weaknesses. Think of it like looking into a mirror, not the kind that shows you what's on the surface, but the kind that reflects who you truly are. It reveals the habits that serve you and the ones that sabotage you. For instance, if you know you tend to procrastinate under stress, self-awareness can help you catch yourself in the act and develop strategies to stay productive. But here's the thing, self-awareness is not always comfortable. It requires honesty, and honesty can be humbling. It's about admitting that maybe you're not as patient as you thought, or that your fear of failure has been holding you back more than you'd like to admit. This discomfort, however, is where growth happens. When you face these truths head-on, you give yourself the power to change. In today's fast-paced world, self-awareness is more critical than ever. We're constantly bombarded with distractions, notifications, social media, endless to-do lists. It's easy to lose touch with ourselves amidst the noise. But self-awareness is the antidote. It's what allows us to pause, reflect, and course-correct when life feels overwhelming. Take a moment to think about your own life. How well do you know yourself? Do you understand what truly drives your decisions? Do you recognize the emotions behind your reactions? Do you see how your words and actions impact others? If the answers aren't clear, Don't worry, you're not alone. Self-awareness is a journey, not a destination. This brings us to one of the most fascinating aspects of self-awareness, its ability to evolve over time. Unlike static traits, self-awareness grows with experience. Every mistake you make, every success you achieve, every relationship you nurture offers an opportunity to deepen your self-awareness. The key is to approach life with curiosity, treating each moment as a chance to learn about yourself. Let's highlight another real-life example. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential figures in media, attributes much of her success to self-awareness. She often speaks about how understanding her inner motivations allowed her to create a career aligned with her purpose. Instead of chasing fame for its own sake, she pursued meaningful stories that resonated with her values. Her self-awareness not only shaped her career but also inspired millions of people worldwide. At this point, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually develop self-awareness? The truth is, the journey starts with a single step, self-reflection. Whether it's through journaling, meditation, or simply pausing to ask yourself thoughtful questions, the act of looking inward is where self-awareness begins. Self-awareness is not just a tool for personal growth, it's a superpower. It allows you to understand your triggers and navigate challenges with grace. It helps you build deeper connections with others by fostering empathy and understanding. And most importantly, it empowers you to live a life that's authentically yours. As we delve deeper into this video, we'll uncover the practical steps to cultivate self-awareness. But for now, remember this, self-awareness isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about peeling back the layers to discover who you truly are, and using that knowledge to shape the life you want. So, are you ready to take the next step? Let's continue. Why does self-awareness matter? Self-awareness is a critical component of personal and professional success, serving as the foundation for understanding one's own emotions, motivations, and behaviors. It is the ability to see ourselves clearly, both in the context of how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us. This essential skill not only enhances our decision-making and relationships but also contributes to emotional resilience and mental well-being. To understand its value, let's explore its connection to better decision-making, relationships, and success, share inspiring real-life examples, discuss the risks associated with its absence, and delve into its emotional benefits, such as stress reduction and inner peace. Connection to better decision-making, relationships, and success. Self-awareness is integral to making sound decisions, as it helps individuals align their choices with their core values and goals. When you understand your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and biases, you're less likely to fall into traps of impulsivity or external influences. For example, self-aware leaders are known to weigh options more carefully, considering both their instincts and rational analysis before acting. This often results in decisions that are more sustainable and ethical. In contrast, those who lack self-awareness may make decisions that are reactive or misaligned with their true intentions, leading to regret or failure. In relationships, self-awareness fosters empathy and effective communication. By recognizing their own emotional triggers and biases, self-aware individuals can navigate conflicts constructively and avoid misunderstandings. For instance, someone aware of their tendency to interrupt during arguments might practice active listening, leading to healthier and more respectful interactions. Moreover, self-awareness enables individuals to set boundaries and prioritize relationships that uplift them, thereby enhancing their social and emotional well-being. Success, whether personal or professional, often stems from the ability to adapt and grow. Self-awareness provides the clarity needed to identify areas for improvement and leverage one's strengths effectively. Entrepreneurs, for instance, often cite self-awareness as a key driver of their success, as it allows them to pivot when necessary and delegate tasks to those more skilled. Similarly, athletes rely on self-awareness to refine their techniques and maintain focus under pressure. This adaptability and resilience are hallmarks of sustained achievement. Real-life success stories tied to high self-awareness. Numerous real-life examples highlight the transformative power of self-awareness. Consider Oprah Winfrey, whose self-awareness has been pivotal in her journey from a challenging childhood to becoming a global icon. By understanding her own experiences, emotions, and values, she has consistently made choices aligned with her mission to inspire and uplift others. Her ability to connect authentically with people stems from a deep understanding of herself, which she has often credited as the foundation of her success. In the corporate world, Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, exemplifies the role of self-awareness in leadership. Upon taking the helm, Nadella prioritized fostering a culture of empathy and learning within the organization, a decision rooted in his own self-awareness. By acknowledging his areas of growth and creating an environment that values humility and innovation, he transformed Microsoft into one of the most successful companies in the world. Another example is Serena Williams, whose self-awareness has been a cornerstone of her athletic career. Her ability to remain focused under immense pressure, recognize her emotional triggers, and adjust her strategies mid-game demonstrates the practical applications of self-awareness in high-stakes environments. This mental clarity has contributed significantly to her enduring legacy in tennis. The risks of a lack of self-awareness. While the benefits of self-awareness are clear, its absence can have serious consequences. A lack of self-awareness often leads to poor decision-making, strained relationships, and unfulfilled potential. Individuals who are not in tune with their emotions and motivations may act impulsively, failing to consider the long-term implications of their actions. For example, a manager who lacks self-awareness might micromanage their team, inadvertently stifling creativity and lowering morale. Over time, this behavior can result in high turnover and decreased productivity. In relationships, a lack of self-awareness can create misunderstandings and conflict. People who are unaware of their own communication styles or emotional triggers may unknowingly offend or alienate others. This can lead to feelings of isolation or resentment, both for themselves and those around them. Additionally, without self-awareness, individuals may struggle to identify unhealthy patterns in their relationships, perpetuating cycles of dysfunction. Professionally, a lack of self-awareness can hinder growth and success. Employees who are unaware of their performance gaps may miss opportunities for improvement, while leaders who lack self-awareness may struggle to inspire or motivate their teams. This can result in missed opportunities, stagnant careers, or even organizational failure. Emotional benefits, stress reduction and inner peace. Beyond its practical applications, self-awareness offers profound emotional benefits. By understanding and accepting their emotions, self-aware individuals can manage stress more effectively. They are better equipped to identify the sources of their stress and implement strategies to address them, whether through time management, mindfulness practices, or seeking support from others. This proactive approach to stress management not only enhances emotional well-being but also reduces the risk of burnout. Inner peace is another significant benefit of self-awareness. When individuals have a clear understanding of their values, goals, and emotions, they are the science of self-awareness. Self-awareness is a defining aspect of human cognition, setting us apart from other species and enabling us to examine our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This capacity for introspection plays a pivotal role in our emotional, mental, and social lives. But what is the science behind self-awareness? How does the brain facilitate this profound ability? What role do practices like mindfulness and meditation play in enhancing it? Furthermore, how does self-awareness affect productivity, happiness, and emotional regulation? In this exploration, we delve into the fascinating neuroscience of self-awareness and its profound implications for well-being and performance. Brain processes involved in introspection and self-reflection. The human brain is remarkably equipped to support self-awareness through a network of regions primarily located in the prefrontal cortex. One of the key areas associated with self-awareness is the medial prefrontal cortex, MPFC, which is involved in processing self-referential thoughts. When we reflect on our emotions, motivations, or behaviors, the MPFC is highly active, connecting our subjective experiences with our cognitive understanding. The anterior cingulate cortex, ACC, is another critical player, aiding in error detection and the regulation of attention. This region helps us monitor discrepancies between our actions and goals, a fundamental aspect of introspection. For example, when someone notices they're procrastinating on a task, the ACC might trigger awareness of this misalignment, prompting corrective action. Additionally, the posterior cingulate cortex, PCC, supports self-reflective processes, such as evaluating past experiences to understand one's behavior. The interplay between these regions enables us to not only recognize our actions but also understand their broader implications. This neural network of self-awareness is part of what scientists call the default mode network, DMN, a system that activates when the brain is at rest and engaged in introspective thought. Interestingly, disruptions in the DMN have been linked to conditions such as depression and anxiety, where self-awareness can become skewed or overly critical. Understanding these neural mechanisms underscores the importance of fostering healthy self-awareness to maintain emotional balance. The role of mindfulness in meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools for cultivating self-awareness by enhancing our ability to observe thoughts and emotions without judgment. Neuroscientific studies show that regular mindfulness practice strengthens the prefrontal cortex, increasing its connectivity with other brain regions, such as the ACC and amygdala. This enhanced connectivity improves emotional regulation and the ability to focus attention inward. Meditation techniques like mindfulness meditation and body scans encourage practitioners to become more aware of their present moment experiences, fostering a deeper understanding of their inner states. For instance, during mindfulness meditation, one might focus on their breathing or bodily sensations, becoming acutely aware of how emotions manifest physically. Over time, this practice trains the brain to identify and respond to emotional cues more effectively. Research has also demonstrated that mindfulness reduces activity in the DMN, particularly the ruminative pathways, which are often associated with overthinking and self-criticism. By quieting this part of the brain, mindfulness allows for a more balanced and constructive form of self-awareness. The benefits of mindfulness extend beyond the individual. Studies have shown that mindfulness enhances interpersonal awareness, improving relationships by fostering empathy and active listening. This dual focus on internal and external awareness highlights the transformative power of mindfulness in cultivating a more holistic sense of self. Studies linking self-awareness with productivity and happiness. A growing body of research links self-awareness to enhanced productivity and happiness. A landmark study by Tasha Eurich, an organizational psychologist, revealed that self-aware individuals are more likely to excel professionally, as they can accurately assess their strengths and weaknesses. This honest self-appraisal enables them to set realistic goals, seek appropriate support, and make informed decisions that align with their values. In the workplace, self-awareness contributes to improved leadership, collaboration, and adaptability. For example, leaders who are self-aware tend to foster more inclusive and innovative environments. They recognize the importance of listening to diverse perspectives and are more willing to acknowledge their own limitations. This humility and openness often result in higher team morale and productivity. From a psychological perspective, self-awareness is a key predictor of happiness. Studies have shown that individuals with high levels of self-awareness report greater life satisfaction and emotional well-being. This is partly because self-aware people are better at identifying and pursuing activities that align with their values, resulting in a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Moreover, self-awareness helps individuals manage stress effectively, as they can pinpoint the sources of their stress and develop strategies to mitigate them. For instance, someone aware of their tendency to overcommit might learn to say no, preserving their energy and focus for the tasks that matter most. This ability to prioritize contributes to both productivity and emotional resilience. The interplay of self-awareness and emotional regulation. Emotional regulation, the ability to manage and respond to emotions constructively, is deeply intertwined with self-awareness. At its core, emotional regulation relies on recognizing and understanding one's emotions, a process facilitated by self-awareness. For example, when someone feels anger rising during a disagreement, their self-awareness allows them to identify this emotion and choose a measured response rather than reacting impulsively. Neuroscientifically, emotional regulation involves the amygdala, which processes emotional responses, and the prefrontal cortex, which exerts control over these reactions. Self-awareness strengthens the connection between these regions, enabling individuals to pause and reflect before acting. This neural interplay is particularly evident in practices like cognitive reappraisal, where individuals consciously reinterpret a situation to change its emotional impact. For example, consider a professional who receives critical feedback from their manager. Without self-awareness, they might react defensively, perceiving the feedback as a personal attack. However, a self-aware individual can recognize their initial emotional response, analyze its source, and reframe the feedback as an opportunity for growth. This shift in perspective not only reduces emotional distress but also fosters a more constructive approach to challenges. Emotional regulation, supported by self-awareness, also plays a vital role in interpersonal relationships. By understanding their own emotions and triggers, self-aware individuals can communicate more effectively and empathetically. This skill is particularly valuable in conflict resolution, where acknowledging and addressing one's feelings can pave the way for open and productive dialogue. How to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness is not an innate trait but a skill that can be nurtured and developed over time. It requires conscious effort, practice, and the right tools to foster a deeper understanding of oneself. Cultivating self-awareness involves reflecting on thoughts and emotions, seeking feedback from others, addressing blind spots, and building consistent habits to integrate this practice into daily life. In this exploration, we'll delve into practical tools for reflection, the significance of feedback, strategies to manage blind spots, and the daily routines that help cultivate self-awareness for long-term growth. Practical tools for reflection, journaling, meditation, and mindfulness exercises. Reflection is a cornerstone of self-awareness, allowing individuals to pause and examine their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Among the most effective tools for fostering reflection are journaling, meditation, and mindfulness exercises. Journaling is a powerful practice for self-discovery. Writing down one's thoughts and experiences encourages introspection and provides clarity. By regularly journaling, individuals can identify recurring patterns, such as emotional triggers or habitual behaviors, and gain insights into their underlying motivations. For example, a person who writes about their workday might notice a pattern of feeling stressed during meetings, prompting them to explore the reasons behind this anxiety. Additionally, journaling helps individuals track their growth over time, offering a tangible record of progress and self-discovery. Techniques like gratitude journaling, where one lists things they're thankful for, can also shift focus toward positive aspects of life, enhancing emotional well-being. Meditation, on the other hand, provides a space for observing the mind without judgment. Through practices like focused breathing or body scans, meditation trains individuals to become more attuned to their inner states. Research shows that consistent meditation enhances activity in the prefrontal cortex, a region associated with self-awareness and emotional regulation. For instance, a few minutes of daily meditation can help someone recognize when they're feeling overwhelmed and respond more calmly instead of reacting impulsively. Mindfulness exercises extend the principles of meditation into everyday activities. Whether it's mindful eating, where one pays close attention to the taste and texture of their food, or mindful walking, where each step is taken with awareness, these exercises anchor individuals in the present moment. This heightened awareness fosters a deeper understanding of one's emotions and behaviors in real time. Combining these tools, journaling, meditation, and mindfulness, creates a holistic approach to self-reflection, enabling individuals to gain clarity, process emotions, and align their actions with their values. The role of feedback from others. While self-reflection is essential, it's equally important to seek feedback from others to gain a well-rounded perspective. Often, individuals have blind spots, areas of their behavior or personality that they cannot see but are evident to others. Feedback serves as a mirror, reflecting back aspects of ourselves that may otherwise go unnoticed. Constructive feedback from trusted individuals, such as friends, family, or colleagues, can provide valuable insights into one's strengths and areas for improvement. For example, a manager might not realize they have a tendency to interrupt during meetings until a colleague points it out. This awareness allows them to consciously work on becoming a better listener. To make the most of feedback, it's important to create an environment of openness and trust. Asking specific questions, such as, "What do you think I could do differently in this situation?" or "How do you perceive my communication style?" encourages honest and actionable responses. Additionally, it's crucial to approach feedback with a growth mindset, viewing it as an opportunity for learning rather than criticism. In professional settings, tools like 360-degree feedback can be particularly effective. This process involves gathering input from peers, subordinates, and supervisors, offering a comprehensive view of one's performance and behavior. Similarly, personal relationships benefit from open communication, where both parties feel safe to share observations and suggestions. Ultimately, feedback from others complements self-reflection by illuminating blind spots and broadening one's understanding of their impact on others. Strategies to recognize and manage blind spots. Blind spots are inherent to human nature, as it's difficult to objectively view oneself from all angles. However, recognizing and addressing these blind spots is critical for cultivating self-awareness. One effective strategy is to identify patterns in feedback. If multiple people highlight a similar issue, such as a tendency to avoid conflict or difficulty delegating tasks, it's likely a blind spot worth addressing. Recognizing these patterns requires humility and the willingness to accept that there may be gaps in one's self-perception. Self-assessment tools can also help uncover blind spots. Personality assessments like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, or the Johari Window framework encourage individuals to explore aspects of themselves that may not be immediately apparent. The Johari Window, for instance, divides self-awareness into 4 quadrants: what you know about yourself, what others know about you, what you don't know about yourself, and what is unknown to both. By actively seeking to reduce the blind quadrant, individuals can enhance their self-awareness. Practicing empathy is another way to address blind spots. By putting oneself in someone else's shoes, individuals can gain a better understanding of how their actions or words might be perceived. For example, a manager who empathizes with an overwhelmed employee might realize that their own communication style comes across as demanding, prompting a shift toward a more supportive approach. Lastly, mentorship and coaching provide valuable external perspectives. A mentor or coach can offer honest feedback and guide individuals in recognizing and addressing their blind spots, fostering both personal and professional growth. Daily habits to build self-awareness over time. Building self-awareness is not a one-time effort but a lifelong practice that requires consistency and dedication. Developing daily habits can help integrate self-awareness into everyday life, ensuring its long-term benefits. One effective habit is setting daily intentions. Each morning, take a few minutes to reflect on what you want to accomplish and how you want to show up throughout the day. For example, setting an intention to practice patience can help you remain calm during stressful situations, fostering greater self-control and mindfulness. Regular check-ins throughout the day are another valuable habit. Pausing periodically to ask yourself questions like, "How am I feeling right now?" or "Am I acting in alignment with my values?" helps maintain self-awareness in the midst of daily activities. These moments of introspection can prevent reactive behaviors and encourage thoughtful responses. Practicing gratitude at the end of each day further enhances self-awareness. Reflecting on positive experiences and what you're grateful for. The journey to self-mastery. The journey to self-mastery begins with a single, profound step: self-awareness. Throughout history, individuals who achieved great personal and professional success often credited their accomplishments to their ability to understand themselves deeply. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which self-mastery is built, empowering individuals to harness their strengths, overcome their weaknesses, and navigate life with purpose and clarity. In this essay, we'll recap the transformative power of self-awareness, inspire you to take actionable steps toward your personal growth, and provide a clear call to action to continue this journey. The transformative power of self-awareness. At its core, self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand one's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It is the mirror that reflects not only who we are but also who we can become. This skill unlocks the potential for transformation, enabling us to make deliberate choices that align with our values and aspirations. Consider the role self-awareness plays in decision-making. When we understand our motivations and thought processes, we are better equipped to make choices that serve our long-term goals. For example, a self-aware entrepreneur might recognize that their fear of failure is holding them back from launching a new venture. By acknowledging this fear, they can address it head-on, seek support, and take calculated risks that ultimately lead to success. In relationships, self-awareness fosters empathy and connection. When we are attuned to our emotions and triggers, we can communicate more effectively and navigate conflicts with compassion. For instance, a self-aware individual might notice that they feel defensive during certain conversations. Instead of reacting impulsively, they can pause, reflect, and choose a response that strengthens the relationship rather than damaging it. Moreover, self-awareness is a catalyst for emotional resilience and inner peace. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can detach from negative patterns and cultivate a sense of calm. This emotional stability allows us to weather life's challenges with grace and maintain a positive outlook even in difficult times. The transformative power of self-awareness is evident in countless real-life stories. From leaders who revolutionized industries to individuals who overcame personal struggles, the common thread among them is a deep understanding of themselves. This awareness fueled their growth, enabling them to turn obstacles into opportunities and achieve mastery over their lives. The journey to self-mastery. Self-mastery is the ultimate goal of personal development. It is the ability to regulate one's thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with one's highest potential. Achieving self-mastery requires a commitment to self-awareness and continuous self-improvement. The journey begins with introspection, taking the time to reflect on your beliefs, values, and goals. What drives you? What are your strengths and areas for growth? These questions lay the groundwork for a deeper understanding of yourself. Tools like journaling, meditation, and mindfulness exercises, as discussed earlier, are invaluable for fostering this introspection. The next step is to take action. Self-awareness without action is incomplete. It is through deliberate choices and consistent effort that we grow. For example, if you recognize a tendency to procrastinate, you might develop strategies to improve your time management, such as breaking tasks into smaller steps or using accountability partners. These actions, guided by self-awareness, pave the way for progress. Feedback from others also plays a crucial role in the journey to self-mastery. By seeking input from trusted individuals, you gain insights into your blind spots and develop a more balanced perspective. This external feedback complements your self-reflection, helping you refine your approach and stay aligned with your goals. Daily habits are the building blocks of self-mastery. Cultivating routines that prioritize self-awareness, such as setting intentions, practicing gratitude, and engaging in regular self-check-ins, ensures that personal growth becomes a part of your lifestyle. Over time, these habits strengthen your ability to navigate challenges, make sound decisions, and maintain emotional equilibrium. An inspirational closing message. The journey to self-mastery is not a destination but an ongoing process. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace change. Along the way, you will encounter obstacles, moments of doubt, and times when progress feels slow. But remember this: every step you take toward self-awareness brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. Think of self-mastery as a lifelong adventure, a quest to unlock your full potential and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The rewards of this journey are profound: deeper relationships, greater resilience, and the satisfaction of knowing that you are living authentically. You have the power to transform your life. The tools and strategies we've explored are within your reach, and the only thing standing between you and self-mastery is the decision to take action. Start small, but start today. Reflect on your values, set clear intentions, and commit to the daily practices that will guide you on this path. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Millions of others are walking similar paths, striving to grow, learn, and become the best versions of themselves. Draw inspiration from their stories, seek support when needed, and celebrate your progress along the way. A clear call to action. The journey to self-mastery is one of the most rewarding endeavors you can undertake. It begins with self-awareness, the foundation for growth, resilience, and fulfillment, and continues with deliberate action, feedback, and daily habits. Along the way, you'll discover your strengths, overcome your challenges, and unlock your full potential. Subscribe, like, and share this YouTube channel to get more update on your health.